We invite all to join us in standing with a recitation of the Lord's Prayer, followed by a moment of silence. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Now 7 o'clock. Shelby City Council meeting is called to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Be seated, please. Roll call, please, Mr. Crum.
Mr. Robb.
Here.
Mr. Roberts. Here. Mr. Cutlet. Here. Mr. Martin.
Here.
Mr. Law. Here.
Good. I will now entertain a motion to dispense with the reading of the journal from July 15, 2024.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin to dispense with the reading of the journal from July 15, 2024. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Robb.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts. Yay. Mr. Cutlet.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. Law. Yay.
That motion passes. Now comes the time for public comment. Is there any comment to be made from the public here this evening? You would like to come to the podium, state your name and address, and make your public comment, or reserve time to speak later on when your topic may come up on the agenda.
My name is Chen Chen. I'm with Alpine Engineering. I'm here for the wastewater treatment dewatering project. Just in case you have questions for resolution number 36 or number 37, I can help to answer. Thank you.
Thank you. We may be calling you up in a little while, I think. Any other reservations of time or public comment? Hearing or seeing none, move forward then to reports from standing and special committees. The Community and Economic Development Committee did not meet last week. Public Works and General Operations Committee, Councilman Roberts, I believe, has a report from that meeting.
Thank you. We met on July 30th. Very briefly, Mr. Dean reported that external property maintenance complaints were about the same that time of year as they were last year, so nothing spectacular. Mr. Geis reported that there will be potential legislation coming up dealing with subdivisions and a possible ordinance change pertaining to solar panels. And in our short 9-minute meeting, that was all we had.
Okay. Thank you, Councilman Roberts. Are there any questions or comments from Mr. Roberts in regard to his report? All right, hearing none, move forward. Thank you. We did a traffic commission meeting, and Mr. Cutlet was out of town, unable to attend. And I did not really bring notes from that. Mr. Geis, perhaps you can help me recap. A large part of the meeting was spent with a focus on Mainsville Avenue, with the new Mickey Mart coming in, Lamplighter Lane, signage there, traffic signal where there's a warrant now, perhaps with additional traffic to the signal at Wareham to be put back in place, speed limit, and some various components off through there. That was a large part of the meeting. So we are going to be engaging a service to explore an expert coming in and giving us the data we need to make an informed decision. So that's kind of a cap of that, maybe a recap. Any questions in that regard? All right, if not, Mr. Martin.
I'm sorry, I did. So looking at the traffic signal at Wareham, and traffic signal at lamplighter, or just?
This way, this red one.
So
Used to
just
be.
signage at
Yeah,
lamplighter?
the signage, yeah.
Okay.
Right turn, left turn.
Well, it's with Lloyd Rebar and the increased traffic, I know we discussed that, possibly the need for us to revisit that, because I know we had it, and we took it out because there was no need, but,
Yeah, it was not warranted by study, so I think those numbers probably change. Again, look at some of the dynamics of businesses through that corridor. We think it's worth a second look. I think we're in total agreement at this people. Thank you. I'm moving forward for the reports of city officials. I'll give a brief report here, and then we're going to have the request for a liquor permit hearing. Since our last council meeting, I've been occupied with typical mayoral duties and delights. On the July 18th, we held our monthly mayor's staff meeting. Those are always productive times and good input. July 25th, we engaged in the initial negotiation meeting with the International Union of Operators and Engineers, Local 18S Unit A. Those negotiations are ongoing. On July 24th, we participated in the District 5 Area Agency on Aging Advisory Council meeting, which I am a member. And then on August the 1st, I presided over a productive meeting of the Traffic Commission, which we just mentioned. I might also say on August the 20th, we plan to begin negotiations with our International Association of Firefighters here in the Shelby. So we'll have dual negotiations going on here in the weeks to come. Right. Are there any comments or questions from me regarding my report? If not, I entertain this motion. Bottom of the page. Mr. Martin.
the request liquor permit hearing for LJR Enterprises Incorporated, DBA Legend Sports Grill and Pub, 63 West Main Street, first floor patio.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin and a second by Mr. Roberts to request a liquor permit hearing for the said business. Discussion, Mr. Martin.
So I was looking at this, I don't know that we've gotten one like this before. So I'm trying to, because we've gotten transfers and some other stuff. Can someone explain exactly what this is about? I mean, it looks like there's some kind of change of corporate stock ownership is what it says in the back, but I don't know if someone just can explain what we're looking at here.
Mr. Gax, you want to?
Yeah, the liquor agent for their area was in today. It's basically simply transferring from Lynette Joe Roth to Jonathan J. Weeks. So they're transferring all of the liquor permit to this other person.
What's the deal? Ownership change.
All right, so the ownership of the company, because LJR currently has the actual permit. This is just a transfer of the company from LJR to Jonathan Weiss.
From my understanding today, he said it was going, the Lynette will not be in, it's going to Jonathan J. Weeks. So, this looks confusing here, I hear what you're saying.
Because it doesn't even say like transfer to, it just, that's why the clarification. Okay, so in short, LJR currently has, as it's on the website, LJR owns the liquor permit. This is just letting us know that that entity is changing ownership.
Any further discussion on the motion to request a liquor permit hearing? We'll be voting. I'll take a roll call vote. Mr. Rob?
Nay.
Mr. Roberts?
Nay.
Mr. Cutler?
Nay.
Mr. Martin?
Nay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Nay.
That motion to request a liquor permit hearing fails. All right, comes to Mr. Crum, Director of Finance.
Thank you, sir. are just normal operations in my department, nothing too out of the ordinary, so I really don't have a report on that.
Are there any questions or comments from Mr. Crum? Hearing none, move forward then to Mr. Eicher, who is not with us here this evening. He'll be back by our next meeting, we'll see how that goes. Mr. Geis, project coordinator.
Thank you, Mayor. We'll see for a paving project, the subcontractors doing all the curb ramps is out. They ordered some of those today, they'll get those finished up. The subcontractor is doing the milling, their mill broke down, so it could be Thursday they're gonna start milling, could be Friday, or could be Monday, so stay tuned. But, they're talking 2-3 days of milling, and then they'll be right back in 2-3 days of paving right after that, so all that work will be done before school starts, which is a blessing. So we already talked to the schools about making some arrangements if needed before, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So, and then for Shelby Avenue water line project, the contractor did get in and get the water line out of Smiley Avenue. So when it's paved, we won't have a big patch there anymore, or won't have a patch. So. And besides that, we'll just keep moving on.
Would you explain once again for everyone, the curb ramps are not indicative of new sidewalks being put in those neighborhoods?
That is correct. So if there is no sidewalk, ADA guidelines state we have to cut the curb out. I didn't make the rules, so I don't get it, but it's the way it is. So there are no sidewalks planned.
Thank you. I hope everyone hears that loud and clear. Mr. Martin?
Yes. Also, as an anecdote, I was working campaigning last summer down in Houston, going door to door, and sure enough, they have a whole bunch of curb ramps to nowhere. I actually took pictures of them. So it's not just us, it's, down in Houston and other places as well, they have curb ramps to nowhere, so it's.
Yes, right.
There used to be the rule that you had to put an actual landing there in the map, even though there was no sidewalk, and now it's just cut the curb out, so that's good.
Progress.
Progress, there we go. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Geis. Any further questions or comments? Mr. Geis? All right. If not, let's move forward to a new business. Any new business to be brought before council this evening? Is there any unfinished business to be brought before council this evening? All right, hearing none, let's launch into legislation.
Ordinance number 18, 2024. Proposing an amendment to section 7 of the charter of the city of Shelby and submitting such proposed amendment to the electors, repealing ordinance 9-2024 in its entirety and declaring an emergency.
Move that the rule requiring the ordinance be read on 3 separate occasions be suspended.
Second?
We have a motion by Mr. Martin, a second by Mr. Roberts, that the rule requiring that ordinance be read on 3 separate occasions be suspended. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yeah.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutlip?
Yeah.
Mr. Martin?
Yeah.
Mr. McLaughlin?
That motion to suspend passes.
Move for the passage of the ordinance.
Second?
We have a motion by Mr. Martin, a second by Mr. Roberts for the passage of ordinance number 18, 2024. Discussion. Mr. Crum.
Thank you, sir. This is repealing and replacing ordinance 9, 2024, one of our charter amendment ordinances. When I took it over to the Board of Elections, they were reading through it to get it ready, and they're like, hey, there's a typo in one of the whereases. It wasn't really any material, but we figured, hey, we've got time, we'll just do it right. So that's why we brought this today. Hopefully, you guys so be it and pass it. I'll take it over tomorrow so that it makes it on the ballot.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Mr. Martin.
So, I honestly don't have a problem with this. My only problem is kind of language-wise, the language in, it appears that it's only repealing the ordinance. I'm wondering if there needs to be some other language, or is this something that was recommended by the Board of Elections as far as how to do it? This is how we did the previous ones?
you help with that?
Because the previous ones, I thought we had two separate pieces of ordinances. We had one repealing and then we enacted another one.
The two resolutions.
No, it was just amending the charter.
Yeah.
Well, this one's on here because your guys already passed ordinance 9, which had errors in it. So this is repealing that one and then passing this one to send it to the Board of Election.
Mr. Martin?
I understand, I guess I'm not asking my question. Well, when we had to do this, similarly, we had to do this with the ballot language for the levies. And we had a resolution ordinance, I can't remember at this point. We had a resolution repealing and then the follow-on resolution enacting. We're doing both of those in this one ordinance, and I'm just wanting to make sure that we're doing it correctly. Is that, because again, prior, we always had something, this is going to repeal this. Then the next one is, we're actually enacting it. That makes sense, what I'm asking?
I can recall situations like that.
Oh, we just had it in, we had two separate, so that's my concern, because I was looking, I was like, oh, the next one, it's like, wait, there is no next one, so I just want to, are we actually able to do that in one fell swoop?
Mr. Geis?
I know, I'm not saying ballot language wise, but we've used that many times before about repealing on one other section. I don't know that the Board of Elections cares about how you do it, repealing it the other one. It's just they need the language for the charter amendment, from what I understand, so.
As a parliamentary inquiry, would it be, just to cover our bases, would it be preferred we did a division of the question to where we actually separated the proposing from the repeal?
I would not be opposed to that. Just give me a minute or two, if you would, please.
At the end of the day, I want to get it right.
Correct.
I mean, I know that, we had talked about combining a lot of these into one thing, and that all ran afoul of single issue, and I'm just,
So, in that, correct, Councilman Martin, like in section 7, we could take a vote on section 7, that ordinance 9, 2024 is repealed in its entirety, and then vote on ordinance number 18, 2024, enacting the submission to the electors, the change to the ordinance, the charter. That was right, you want to divide that like that? Division of the question, section 7, if we.
that's section 7. Sorry,
Yeah,
there's
yeah, on the
two
back,
section 7s.
yeah, on the back
I
side
got you.
of section 7, this simply says that ordinance number 9, 2024 is repealed. We could, if you want to divide the question, we could vote on that and then vote on the ordinance itself.
I think that would be, I would be more comfortable doing that just to make sure that we don't run, I don't want there to be any issues or challenges to single issue or anything like that.
So, I'll be open to that. Ms. Mark?
Mayor, move for a division of the question, separating, operating section 7 out as a separate vote.
Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin, a second by Mr.
I'm sorry, I don't believe a division of the question requires a second.
Okay. we will have a division of the question. We will vote on ordinance number 9, 2024, that section 7, ordinance number 9, 2024 is repealed in its entirety. Is there discussion on the division of the question to take a vote on that section in and of itself? Okay, Mr. Crum, roll call please.
Mr. Rob?
Nay.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
That motion passes. Is there further discussion on ordinance number 18, 2024? Mr. Cutler.
One real quick, does division need to be declared an emergency?
Mr. Martin.
It should, because we declared emergency for the whole. And so as we took up the parts, I don't believe that requires an emergency, a separate emergency.
I agree. Any further discussion, Mr. Martin?
Just to clarify, the purpose of that is that we're actually doing two actions. And so if there are challenges or someone said what we did was not legal, we can go back and say, no, we actually had two separate actions. We repealed this separately, and then we enacted the new amendment.
So that's
It's administrative basics.
Any further discussion? This is the roll call vote on ordinance number 18, 2024, as divided. Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yay.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
Ordinance number 18, 2024 passes.
Resolution number 35, 2024, authorizing the mayor as director of public service to permit the marketing campaign material for the Service Line Warranties of America residential water service line, sewer, lateral, and in-home plumbing repair warranty program be mailed to residents.
The resolution taken up passed.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. McLaughlin for the passage of resolution number 35, 2024. Discussion. Mr. Henson, do you want to give us just a recap of this again? Please?
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, so this was discussed several months ago. I was able to work with the company that's providing the warranty program throughout the community. We worked back and forth on making sure that the mailing information provided their logo and our logo together. We worked together. There was some language changes that I was not comfortable with during the review. That I made some strikes on. They agreed to. So what you have in front of you this evening was presented to the utility committee last month, and we reviewed and discussed this would be presented to council this time. So I think we have a pretty good handle on what's in front of us. That it seems to be in line with what we utilize for our gas aggregation program. We allowed the aggregator to utilize the city logo on some of the mailings as well. So this kind of follows suit with that. So in the signatures, that's on some of the information you see that the letters can be sent out. The fronts, there's an initial letter that goes out that was initially signed by the city of Shelby that did not meet the requirements of what we stated. So that was removed altogether. The language you see in front of you here has their signature on it, but there is one mailing that goes out. A month later, another mailing goes out. So there's two different mailings you can have in front of you there. So on the top left side, you'll notice that they have their logo and the city's Shelby logo right beside it. Here I gave you all the last minute change they provided me as well. Here late this afternoon.
So it says that it's fully supported by the city of Shelby. What exactly does that mean? That we've got the company, or I'm not sure?
I believe that just that it passed resolution, that through resolution was supported by council. the warranty program was authorized by council.
Sure.
I have no problem with the campaign itself. I think actually it may be a good idea for some people. But I'm looking at the information letter that goes out here. In the third paragraph, it says the city of Shelby has partnered with Service Line Warranties of America. I have a problem with that language. That may lead some people to believe that we are in business with this company and share responsibility somehow. If we could change that language to something a little different, I wouldn't have any problem with this whatsoever.
I agree with Councilman Rao here. I feel like there should be some sort of disclaimer or something saying that we're not affiliated with the company. You know, I don't want the utility department getting calls for this company because they think that we're involved with it.
Yeah, I'd be more than willing to go back to the company, whether council decides to pass or not pass, give me the direction, I'll make sure that it's handled properly.
Further discussion, Mr. Martin?
Is there a rush on this?
No, there's no doubt.
Mr. Martin?
I think I'm inclined to kind of postpone this to the next meeting, because I don't have any problem with the assurances that Mr. Emerson has given us. However, I would like to see the new language, just to make sure that we're all comfortable. And I think those who have spoken, I'm in agreement with. I do feel that it is, I don't know, has agreed to offer or something along those lines. I think that it's just, the last thing we want is our customer service to be inundated with calls of, well, I got insurance through you all, you know?
Yeah,
That's-
we definitely received calls as well on the gas aggregation program. It seemed like there was a partnership there, and that we kind of work together with the gas aggregation, just to kind of do the same. But yeah, we could definitely work on this language here with Councilman Robin mentioned that. I could get something a little creative in there, yes. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, just, I mean, obviously, we have agreed to do it as council, and we are approving this language, so it's not being false. It's just, I think it's too strongly connected, I guess.
Understood.
Okay, very good.
So with that, Mayor, I move that we postpone resolution number 35, 2024, to the next council meeting.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin, a second by Mr. McLaughlin to postpone resolution number 35, 2024 to the next council meeting. Discussion? This is the motion to postpone. Mr. Crum, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yeah.
Mr. Roberts? Mr. Cutlip?
Yeah.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
The motion to postpone passes.
Resolution number 36, 2024, authorizing the mayor as Director of Public Service to enter into a professional services agreement with Aviton Engineering Limited for the wastewater treatment plant sludge and septic dewatering project.
Move the resolution be taken up and passed.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin for the passage of resolution number 36, 2024. Discussion? Mr. Cutler.
I'd just like to say I'm glad to see this come to council. I'm waiting on it.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yay.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutlip?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
Resolution number 36, 2024 passes.
Resolution number 37, 2024, authorizing the mayor as Director of Public Service to submit an application to the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, Division of Environmental and Financial Assistance, for the design phase of the wastewater treatment plant sludge and septage dewatering project and declaring an emergency.
Resolution containing that passed.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin for the passage of resolution number 37, 2024. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yay.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
Resolution number 37, 2024 passes.
Resolution number 38, 2024, directing the Richland County Board of Elections to conduct an election to determine whether 1 mil shall be levied on the taxable property within the city of Shelby for the general operation of the Shelby Department of Health and declaring an emergency.
Resolution containing that passed.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Robinson, a second by Mr. Martin for the passage of resolution number 38, 2024. Discussion? Mr. Conlon.
This is part two in our process to get this on the ballot. The first part was to submit it to the county auditor's office to make sure everything was right for them. This is to ask the Board of Elections to put it on. It is just a renewal from previous owners, no change in tax or anything.
Thank you. Further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yeah.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
Resolution number 38, 2024 passes.
Resolution number 39, 2024, directing the Richland County Board of Elections to conduct an election to determine whether 1 mil shall be levied on the taxable property within the city of Shelby for the general operation of the Shelby Parks Department and declaring an emergency.
Resolution containing that passed.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin for the passage of resolution 39, 2024. Discussion? Same verbiage. Any further discussion?
I'd just like to point out, this is another renewal.
Good point. Renewal. Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yeah.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
Resolution number 39, 2024 passes. Come to the time for miscellaneous business. Is there any miscellaneous business to be brought before council this evening? Mr. Martin.
I just wanted to note, there'll be a resolution coming in the future, but Dale Bricker did pass away. He was a World War II veteran, and on city council years, as well as a member of the community for a very long time. And our condolences and thoughts and prayers go out to his family as he went on to his reward. And I believe now we're down to 4 World War II veterans. So just a year ago, we had 7. So that generation, greatest generation, we're losing at a pretty good clip now, as a lot of them are nearing 100. Dale himself was 99 and a half. And so, you know, we're quickly going to get into the territory of, you know, the last World War II veteran being with us. So I would encourage everybody, if you know such a veteran in your life, do reach out to them and listen to their story and how they helped perpetuate freedom and liberty for not just us and our posterity, but for the world at large. We owe a great debt of gratitude to that generation, and we're quickly losing it. So just encourage everybody to take that into account as we get very close to the 250th birthday.
Well said. Thank you, Councilman Martin. Any other miscellaneous business? Mr. Martin.
Yeah, with council adjourned.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin, a second by Mr. McLaughlin for adjournment. Roll call, please.
Mr. Rob?
Yeah.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay.
Council adjourns at 7:34. Thank you, Council.
This is flag.